Oh my goodness, you have to try this trending mermaid braids on yourself this season, especially in this winter. It's a must try. If you like the hairstyle, make sure you give me a thumbs up, smash that like button, and let's start on. Happy New Year, darling. So we're going to start off this year looking pretty hot, huh? With this ginger look. Every black girl should try this color. I'm going to use expression extensions, and I did the stretching out myself because I wanted the volume underneath to be a little bit heavy. And the red one wax is never missing when I'm getting my hair braided, so I highly recommend it. I'm using this Riggs band to put it on. Then I'm going to part my hair from one side of the ear through to the other side of the ear. It's a routine that I always do through my braiding process. If you have been following my channel for a while, then you know that this is how the process is usually done. And when I'm done parting the hair from one side of the ear through to the other side of the ear, I put away the back section first with a rubber band. You can use any other band of your choice. You mustn't use a rubber band. Then I decided to go for a middle part, because with a middle part I know it's going to be versatile in the course of me styling my braids. Once I am done, you have to make sure that you use a rat tail comb. With a rat tail comb, it's way easier to get the part straight, even if it's not very crisp straight. It's going to help you to make it look very, very neat. Then I thereafter put away that other part of the front part that I'm not going to work with the rubber band as well. Then I moisturize the part which I'm going to start up with thoroughly. Then I use my Tangle Teaser brush. This brush I got from Amazon at the cost price of 6 to 7 euro something, I can't really remember. Then I start off at the very core to my ear with my rat tail comb as well, still trying to part it. I decided to go in for 6 lines on each side of my hair on the front line section. So 6 line on the side and 6 line on the other side. As I part each section close to my ear, 3 parts each close to my ear, then I use my rat tail comb to section it as well. Then thereafter I use my red one wax in order to scoop my hair downward to make it smoother, and as well the hair extensions. Then look up closely as I'm braiding. I make sure that I put my fingers very close to my scalp, and as I'm braiding I press it downwards so that I can be able to grab my hair very closely to the scalp as well, and it's not easily going to slip off. And as you braid down slowly, especially considering the natural hair, make sure you always press it downward. And if you think your hair is kind of feeling rough, you touch a little bit of the red one wax again, or any other braiding gel of your choice. Do the same process and you're going to achieve it. Then make sure that you pull out a little portion of the extensions away. That's what will give it the mermaid braids vibe while you continue braiding it downward. So I made a decision that I was going to remove a little portion of the extensions just on 2 lines of each side of my ear. From the 3rd line of the braids, I'm going to remove 2 pieces of the extensions. I didn't want the braids to be very, very bulky. That's why I decided to leave the leaf out to be as minimal as possible. But if you want more volume, you can even section or remove 3 pieces of hair on each braid if you want it that way. It's up to you. I'm taking the braiding process pretty slowly. If you don't understand each process, you can feel free to repeat it as many times as you can. You can see me here going again by removing a little bit portion of the hair extensions, and since as I'm braiding myself, I just have to put it on my mouth, holding it while trying to braid downward. And that's how I got to do this DIY myself on this mermaid braids tutorial. If you're new here, and all the subscribers who are back here watching this tutorial, I really thank you all for coming back. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification button, for you wouldn't want to miss out on my upcoming videos. And comment down below what you think about this hairstyle overall. Moreover, you'll be probably wondering why I am doing the traditional box braids method instead of doing the the normal knotless braids that people nowadays are doing. I personally love when my braids underneath looks a little bit bulky. I don't really like it when it appears very flat, especially when I love switching my hairstyles. I want to opt for so many options, but it's up to you to go in for the knotless method, but I personally prefer the traditional box braids method. And you can see for yourself from the very beginning of the video how it looks like, very full, lush and classic. So I'm simply just repeating the same technique throughout the entire head, so make sure you watch through. And the very last part of the tutorial is very essential in order to achieve the flawless mermaid braid, so make sure you watch through to the very end of it. So at the very end, I'm going to show you exactly how to achieve that curl pattern that is going to look very flawless and very beautiful. So stay tuned and watch through to the very end. how exactly it looks after finishing the braiding process. So you have to take your tangle teaser brush or any other brush that you've got and brush thoroughly. Hold firmly so it doesn't get rough and you don't get to lose lots of hair. Then thereafter you split it into 4, 2 on each side like what I'm doing. Then go in by doing some very big chunky braids. While braiding, make sure you braid it very up close and extremely tight. This is the technique that you're going to use in order to make those curls pop out very well. So I'm simply going to repeat the technique on the other 3 parts of the braids that have not yet been braided, and I'll highly emphasize that you braid pretty firmly and downwards in order to get that really nice wavy curl pattern. This part is what brings out the magic. You have to make sure you dip the chunky braids in boiled water, not hot water, boiled water, because if the water is not hot enough, it's not going to bring out that really great curly effects on the braids. So make sure you dip all 4 chunky braids into boiled water, and you have to make sure that you dip it in for at least 2 to 3 minutes on each braid, 2 to 3 minutes, and when you're done you unravel it. And make sure that when you're doing it, don't do it roughly, if not you're going to spoil the curl pattern and you wouldn't like that. And when you're unraveling it as well, make sure you go through with your fingers carefully so it doesn't get rough as well. I simply repeat the process on the other 3 braids, and when I'm done I go in by trimming the ends so that the curls can pop out more, and thereafter I go in with my leave-in conditioner by Garnier to make the curls pop out more and keep the frizz at bay. If you love this tutorial, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I really appreciate you all for watching. Thank you. See you in the next one.